Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are just tuning into my channel for the first time, I'm 33 years old. I'm a wife. I'm a mother of two beautiful girls, and I have complete agenesis of the corpus callosum. I also have a daughter who has partial agenesis of the corpus callosum. These days, many parents are finding out through ultrasound when they are pregnant that their child has ACC. And I know that I'm a rare case with the fact that when we were pregnant with my daughter and we found out that she had ACC, we were able to handle it and understand it differently than most people would. One thing I want to talk to you about tonight is something that's been bothering me for a while. I guess this video is mostly geared towards mothers who are right now watching this, who are pregnant, who have just had a child, or who have a child that's around 2 or younger, because I want them to watch this video so that they can stop worrying. I see a lot of parents out there that are telling these new mothers to get your child into early intervention right away, you know, before they're even born, sign them up, you know, and they act almost as if those therapies are the one and only way that your child is going to, that it's the only thing that's going to help your child to succeed. And while those therapies are very helpful, I just want to do this video to tell people that those therapies alone are not going to be enough. Those therapies are only a few days a week and only like an hour or so each time. And so what I want to do tonight is recommend to you all what my thoughts are on it. What I would recommend is you get all the information for those therapies, speech, OT, PT, so that you have it on hand for when you need it. Now, in my case for this video, myself and my daughter are isolated ACCs, so I'm not sure if this video should be geared more towards those children or adults with the isolated ACC, but in my experience, I am extremely high functioning because of my family. My daughter is the same way. We treat her like she is capable of doing everything that her older sister can do. That's how my family treated me. And she isn't in any therapies at this point. She shows no signs of needing any. She's extremely smart, and she's even going to be going into regular preschool this year. Sorry, I am looking down because once again I made notes, so I apologize for all the looking down. What I suggest for people to do is, once your child is born, you almost want to consider them normal. Treat them the way you would treat a normal child. Expect from them what you would expect from a normal child. It's okay to do that. I feel that it will benefit them the most. That's what my family did for me. That's what we do for our daughter. We are treated, and we treat her as if she's capable of anything. So treat your child as if they are right away capable of learning everything and anything that they want to learn. Just know that you need to start very early. Not when the milestone ages show up. My daughter said her first word at 11 months, and she even started to be able to poke food with a fork by herself at 10 months. And how, right? How was she able to do this so early? The biggest thing I think people are, that they don't get about children with ACC is that we take twice as long to learn things. And they need constant repetition, constant practice. Sometimes things are needed to be repeated 4 or 5 times in different ways before we get it, but we will get it. Along with that, you have to start really early teaching them. They're not just going to learn it. You have to enforce it. You have to teach it, and you have to start early. That's what we did with our daughter. We started her like with the sippy cup. We started her at 4 months old on that because we were having trouble getting her to drink from certain things, and we used it every single day. And by 10 months old, she finally had figured it out, but we never gave up on her, and now she's a pro at it. We overstimulate our daughter. That's huge. Overstimulate. Overstimulate. Make their brain learn. Remember, you just can't sit back and wait for things to happen. You have to make them happen. And milestones in an ACC child are going to be different from what you're going to read in books that they say the milestone ages will be, and what doctors say the milestone ages will be. So don't worry about those things. Just keep constantly practicing with your child, constantly after them to learn. Eventually they will get it. Your child needs you to teach them how to do it. They need you to teach their brain how to do it, constantly practicing. We learn, we as in ACC people, we learn just like everybody else. It just takes us longer. We're just a little slower. My siblings made me learn by moving my body parts for me. They wanted me to do something, they would move my arms and legs to make me do it over and over and over again until I would do it on my own. They taught my brain how to mimic people, how to memorize for things in school. My daughter is almost 2, and she copies everything that her big sister does. So you can't give up on them after a few tries, or assume that they've hit that brick wall, when sometimes it's going to take them longer. It might even take them years longer, but they can and will get it if you keep after them. Your job is to help them develop those connections. There are parts of your brain that can do the same thing or similar things as the corpus callosum, but you have to help them train their brain to find those areas. You have to help them train their brain to use those areas and get them moving. And I do want to say, I was a special ed teaching assistant before I had kids, and I do believe that therapies are very helpful, and a lot of kids do need them. I just want people to be aware that therapies alone are not going to be enough. You must constantly and very early age be practicing with your child, making them do these things, taking their hands and their feet and making them move, so their brain learns this is what my body has to do to get this certain function going, and then they can do it. The key to helping them is overstimulating them and starting when they're very young. Tonight I do have a second video along with this one. I'm trying not to make my videos too long. My second video, please take a look at it. It gives examples of things that took me longer to do, but I was able to do them. It also gives a few examples of the things that we taught or are teaching our daughter that helped her learn. So please take a look, and remember that this disorder doesn't define you. You define this disorder. Thanks.